Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhan Vitanscha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, continuing, Mahabharata Markandeya Samasya Parva,
Which
chapter
page?
page 328,
Thank you.
chapter 488, episode 191. Vaishampayana said, the rishis and the Pandavas again asked Markandeya, is there anyone who has a longer life than you? He told them, yes, there is a Rajarishi named Indradumna. When his merits were exhausted, he fell down from heaven, exclaiming, my deeds have been lost. He came to me and asked me whether I knew him. I told him, oh, we are not chemists. Footnote, this is odd. The text says Rasayanika, which cannot be translated as anything other than chemist or alchemist. But this doesn't make a great deal of sense. Perhaps it should read Vasayanika, meaning those who have fixed abodes. Since hermits don't have fixed abodes and are not Vasanayikos, they are unlikely to recognize anyone since they move around from one place to another. End of footnote. We pursue our goals by tormenting our bodies and minds. We do not perform acts for the sake of wealth. There is an owl in the Himalayas by the name of Prakarakarna. He may know you, but the Himalayas, where he lives, is a long distance away from here. He became a horse and carried me to the place where the owl was. Then the Rajarishi asked it, do you know me? It reflected for some time and then said, no, I do not know you. Hearing these words, the Rajarishi Indradumna again spoke to the owl. Is there anyone who has longer life than you? The owl replied, there is a lake by the name of Indradumna. A crane named Nadijanga lives there, and he is older than we are. Ask him. Indrajumna then took me to the owl to the lake, where the crane named Nadijanga lived. We asked it, do you know the king named Indrajumna? It thought for a while and replied, no, I do not know King Indrajumna. We asked it, is there anyone who has had a longer life than you? It replied, there is a tortoise named Akupura who lives in this lake. He is older than I am. We replied, perhaps he knows about this king? Let us ask Akupura. The crane then spoke to the tortoise Akupura. We need to ask you something. Please be kind enough to come to us. Hearing this, the tortoise emerged from the lake and came to where we were standing, on the banks of the lake. When it came, we asked it, do you know of this king named Indradumna? It thought for some time, and then its eyes were filled with tears. Its heart was agitated, and it trembled. It almost lost its senses. Then it joined its limbs in salutation and said, "How can I not know that king? In earlier times, when kindling the sacrificial fire, he erected sacrificial stakes 1,000 times. This lake was created from the hooves of cattle he gave away as gifts. I have lived here ever since then." As soon as we heard these words of the tortoise, a celestial chariot descended from the world of the gods, and words were heard about Indradumna. "Heaven is ready for you. That is your appropriate place. Your deeds are great. Go there in a cheerful frame of mind." The words about sacred deeds touch the heaven and the earth. As long as there is sound, so long does man live. Whenever a being's evil deeds are recounted on earth, he descends to the inferior worlds as long as those words were recounted. Therefore, right till the end, any man on earth should be engaged in good deeds. He should avoid evil conduct and seek refuge in Dharma. On hearing this, the king replied, "Wait until I have returned these seniors to the places I brought them from." He brought me and the owl Prakara Karna to our usual places. Then he returned in that chariot to the place that was appropriate for him. Though I have a long life, this is what I this is what Markandeya told the Pandavas. The Pandavas happily said, "That was proper. You did the right thing in resorting to King Indradumna restoring King Indradumna to heaven again when he had fallen from the world of heaven." He replied, "Devaki's son, Krishna, also saved Rajarshi Nriga when he had descended into hell and was in distress. He returned him again to heaven." Chapter 489, episode 192. Vaishampayana said, "O bull among the Bharata lineage, Dharmaraja Yudhishthira again asked Markandeya, without sin, old in his austerities and with long life, 'O one learned in Dharma, you know about the gods, the Danavas, and the Rakshasas, the various lineages of kings, and the eternal lineages of the rishis. O supreme among Brahmanas, there is nothing in this world that is unknown to you. O sage, you know about the celestial stories of men, serpents, and Rakshasas. O Brahmana, the famous Kuvalashva was born in the unvanquished lineage of the Ikshvakus. I wish to hear the details about why his name was changed to Dundumara. O best among the Bharata lineage, I wish to learn about this. What was the reason why the wise Kuvalashva's name was changed?" Markandeya replied, "O King Yudhishthira, I will tell you the story. Listen. The account of Dundumara is full of dharma. O Lord of the earth, listen to it. How King Kubalashwa was of the Ikshvaku lineage, Lord of the earth, became Dundumara. O son, O descendant of the Bharata lineage, there was a famous Maharshi by the name of Uttanka. O Kaurava, he had his beautiful hermitage in the desert regions. O king, wishing to worship Vishnu, the Lord Uttanka performed difficult austerities for a large number of years. Pleased with him, the illustrious and worthy one himself appeared before him. As soon as he saw him, the Rishi prostrated himself and praised him with many hymns. O God, all beings, with the gods, the asuras and men, and all mobile and immobile objects, have been created by you. O immensely radiant one, Brahma, the Vedas, and all that is capable of being learnt has been created by you. O God, the heaven is your head, your eyes are the moon and the sun, O one without decay, the wind is your breath, the fire is your energy, all the directions are your arms, the great ocean is your stomach, O God, the mountains are your thighs, O Madhusudana, the sky is your navel, the goddess earth is your feet, the herbs are your body hair, Indra, Soma, Agni, Varuna, the gods, the asuras, and the great serpents bow down before you and praise you with many hymns. O Lord of the earth, you permeate all beings. The immensely powerful practitioners of yoga and the Maharshis praise you. When you are satisfied, the universe is at peace. But when you are angered, there is great fear. O supreme among beings, you alone are the dispeller of all fear. You are the cause of happiness to gods, humans, and all beings. O God, through three strides, you covered the three worlds. The prosperity of the Asuras was destroyed by you. Through your valor, the gods attained supreme bliss. O immensely radiant one, it was your wrath that vanquished the Indras among the Daityas. You are the creator and the destroyer of all beings. Worshipping you, all the gods attain happiness. Having been thus praised by the great-souled Uttanka, Vishnu Hrishikesha spoke to Uttanka. I am pleased with you. Ask for a boon. Uttanka replied, It is already enough of a boon that I have seen Hari, the eternal being, the divine Lord who is the creator of the universe. Vishnu said, O supreme among Brahmanas, I am pleased with your steadfastness and your devotion. O Brahmana, O twice-born one, but you must accept a boon from me. O supreme among the Bharata lineage, thus instructed by Hari to ask for a boon, Uttanka joined his hands in salutation and asked for a boon. O Lord, O one with the lotus eyes, O great Lord, if you are pleased with me, let my mind always be fixed on Dharma, truth, and self-control eternally, and let me always be devoted to you. Vishnu replied, O Brahmana, through my favors, all this will happen. A yoga will manifest itself in you. United with it, you will accomplish a great task for the dwellers of heaven and the three worlds. A great asura named Dundu is now performing terrible austerities for the destruction of the worlds. Listen, I will tell you who will kill him. There will be a famous king by the name of Brihad Ashwa. He will have an obedient and sacred son known by the name of Kuvalashva. O Brahmana Rishi, on your instructions, this best of kings will use my powers of yoga and become Dundumara. Having thus spoken to Uttanka, Vishnu disappeared. I'll go a bit more. 490, episode 193. Markandeya said, O king, when Ikshvaku died, Shashada became the king of Ayodhya and obtained the earth. He had the greatest dharma in his soul. Shashada had a valorous son named Kakutsta. Kakutsta's son was Anenas, and Anenas' son was Prithu. Prithu's son was Vishwagashva, and Vishwagashva begot the wise Ardra. His son was Yuvanashva, and his son was Shravasta. King Shravasta built Shravasti, a city. Shravasta's son, let's see what he says, Shravasti or Sravasti in Uttara Pradesh. Shravasta's son was the immensely strong Brihadashva, and Kuvalashva is known as Brihadashva's son. Kuvalashva had 21,000 sons. All of them were learned, powerful, and unassailable. Kuvalashva surpassed his father in all the qualities. O great king, in due course of time, Brihadashva instated the supremely brave Kuvalashva, who was always immersed in dharma, in the kingdom. Having handed over the prosperity to his son, the wise king Brihadashva, the destroyer of his enemies, went to a hermitage to practice austerities. O king, O Yudhishthira, Uttanka, supreme among Brahmanas, heard that Rajarshi Brihadashva had left for the forest. Then the immensely energetic Uttanka, limitless in his soul, went to that supreme among men, foremost among those who were skilled in the use of all weapons, and tried to restrain him. Uttanka said, O king, it is your duty to protect, and you should perform that duty. It is through your favors that we live without anxiety. O king, protected by a great-souled one like you, we will be without anxiety. Therefore, you should not depart from the forest. Great dharma can be seen in protecting the subjects. That cannot be seen in the forest. Therefore, give up such an inclination. O Indra among kings, there is no dharma that can be seen which is like protecting the subjects. This is what Rajarshis have practiced earlier. Protect the subjects as they should be protected by the king. O king, else I will not be able to perform my austerities without anxiety. There is a desert region near my hermitage, and there is an ocean of sand known by the name of Ujjanaka. It is many yojanas long and many yojanas wide. An extremely valorous, powerful, and terrible Indra among the Danavas dwells there. He is the son of Madhu and Kaitava, and this extremely terrible one has the name of Dundu. O king, this infinitely valorous one lives under the ground. O great king, kill him and then go to the forest. He lies there, engaged in terrible austerities for the sake of destroying the world. O king, he will destroy the 30 gods and the world. He cannot be killed by the gods, the Daityas, the Rakshasas, the Nagas, the Yakshas, or any of the Gandharvas. O king, he has obtained such a boon from the grandfather of all the worlds. Destroy him and be fortunate. Do not have any other resolution. Achieve a great deed and attain eternal and undecaying fame. That cruel one sleeps under the sand. He breathes at the end of the year, At that time, the entire earth, with its mountains, forests, and groves, begins to tremble. His breath raises a great cloud of dust that obstructs the path of the sun. The earth trembles for 7 days. There are sparks and flames mixed with terrible smoke. O king, it is for this reason that I cannot remain in my own hermitage. O Indra among kings, therefore destroy him for the welfare of the worlds. When this Asura has been killed, the worlds will be healthy again. I think that you are quite capable of destroying him. Your energy will be increased by Vishnu's energy. Earlier, Vishnu gave me a boon for his destruction. Whichever king kills that terrible and great Asura will be united with Vishnu's own unassailable energy. O Indra among kings, accept that energy which the earth finds difficult to bear. O protector of the earth, the immensely energetic Dundu cannot be killed by someone who has limited energy, even if he tries for 100 years. Mathura.
Why don't you just carry on for a bit? I had a bit of a drama there. My computer and thing went out, and I had to just faff around to get it all ready. Luckily, it all carried on without disturbing it, actually. But just keep going, and I'll go on the next bit.
Okay.
Can I take over then?
Okay.
All
Can
right,
I go on? Can I go on?
All right. One
Go
second.
on. The baton goes over from father to son, generational. Oh, descendant of
It's
grand.
oh. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
491, episode 194. Markandeya said, O best of Kauravas, having been thus addressed by Utanka, the unvanquished Rajarashi joined his hands in salutation and said, O Brahmana, your arrival will not be in vain. O illustrious one, I have a son, known by the name of Kuvalashva. He is intelligent and swift to act. His valor is unmatched on earth. There is no doubt that he will accomplish that which is pleasant for you. He is surrounded by his brave sons, all of whom have arms like clubs. O Brahmana, please give me permission to leave, since I have discarded all weapons. Having been thus addressed, the infinitely energetic sage agreed. The Rajarashi directed his son to the great-souled Utanka. Having done this, he went to an excellent forest. Yudhishthira asked, O illustrious one, O one rich in austerities, who was this immensely valorous Daitya? Whose son was he, and whose grandson? I wish to know all this. O one rich in austerities, I have not heard of this immensely strong Daitya. O illustrious one, O immensely wise one, O one rich in austerities, I wish to know everything in detail, the way it occurred. Markandeya said, O king, O lord of men, listen to it, exactly the way it happened. O bull among the Bharata lineage, when the world became one terrible ocean and all mobile and immobile objects, and all beings had been destroyed, the illustrious Vishnu, the eternal and undecaying being, the source of everything in the world, slept alone on the ocean. He was stretched out on the great serpent Shesha, whose energy is limitless. O illustrious one, the immensely fortunate Hari, the undecaying one and the creator of the world, slept in the coils of that great serpent, which encircled the expanse of the earth. While the god was thus asleep, a lotus sprouted from his navel, and it was the equal of the sun in its radiance. From that lotus, which was like the sun and the moon in its splendor, emerged Grandfather Brahma himself, the preceptor of the worlds. He is the four Vedas, with four forms and four faces. He is extremely strong and valorous, and is unassailable because of his powers. Oh, once upon a time, the supremely brave Danavas, Madhu and Kaitaba, saw the immensely radiant Lord Hari asleep on his celestial bed in the coils of the serpent, which was many yojanas long and many yojanas wide. He wore a diadem and the Kaustuba gem. He was attired in a yellow garment made of silk. O king, he blazed in his radiance, energy, and beauty, equal to the extraordinary sight of 1,000 suns. Madhu and Kaitaba were extremely surprised to see the lotus-eyed grandfather on the lotus. They tried to terrify the infinitely energetic Brahma. Repeatedly terrified by those two, the immensely famous Brahma shook the stalk of the lotus, and Keshava woke up. Govinda saw those powerful Danavas. On seeing them, the gods said, "O immensely strong ones, you are welcome. I am pleased with you. Ask for the best of boons." O great king, those two great asuras were extremely brave and began to laugh at Rishikesh. They replied to Madhusudana, "O supreme among gods, O God, we are the ones who grant boons. Ask for a boon from us. Without hesitation, ask for a boon, and we will grant it to you." The Lord said, "O brave ones, I will accept a boon from you. Grant me that boon that I desire. Both of you are endowed with great valor, and there is no man who is your equal. O ones for whom truth is valor, I wish to kill you for the welfare of the world. Grant me the boon that this desire to kill you is satisfied." Madhu and Kaitaba replied, "O supreme among beings, we have never uttered a falsehood before, not even in jest. We have always been steadfast in our devotion to Dharma and truth. There is no one who is our equal in strength, beauty, valor, tranquility, dharma, austerities, generosity, conduct, power, and self-control. O Keshava, a great calamity confronts us. But do what you have said. It is impossible to overcome destiny. O God, O Lord, O Supreme among the best of the gods. But there is one thing that we wish you to do. You must kill us in a spot that is completely uncovered, meaning that is uncovered by the water. O one with the beautiful eyes, we will become your sons. O God, O supreme among the gods, know that this is the boon that we ask for." The illustrious one replied, "It shall be that way. Everything will happen the way you have stated." Then Govinda thought, but he could not see any spot that was uncovered. When Madhusudana could not find such a spot in heaven and earth, the supreme god glanced at his own uncovered thighs. O king, Madhusudana then sliced off the heads of Madhu and Kaitaba with the end of his sharp and terrible chakra. In the footnote it says, having placed the demons on his thigh. It's a little bit implicit, yes. 492-195. Markandeya said, they, Madhu and Kaitaba, had an immensely energetic and immensely radiant son by the name of Dundu. He had great energy and valor and performed austerities. He stood on one leg and became so thin that he was held together by his veins. Brahma was pleased with him and gave him the boon that he asked for from that lord. He asked, I should be incapable of being killed by gods, Danavas, Yakshas, serpents, Gandharvas, and Rakshasas. The grandfather told him that it would be that way. Having been thus addressed, he touched his feet with his head and departed. Thus, after obtaining the boon, Dundu became immensely valorous and powerful. He remembered the killing of his fathers and went to Vishnu. The violent Dundu defeated all the gods and the Gandharvas. He then began to cruelly oppress all the gods, together with Vishnu. O bull among the Bharata lineage, there is an ocean of sand known by the name of Ujanaka. The evil-minded one went to that region. O Lord, he oppressed with all his strength Utanka's hermitage. He entered the interior of the earth and hid in the sand. Dundu, Madhu and Kaithaba's fearful and powerful son, sought to obtain the strength of austerities so that he could destroy the world. Near Utanka's hermitage, his breath was flames of fire. At this time, King Kuvalashva went to Dundu's residence with his servants, soldiers, and mounts. He was accompanied by his 21,000 sons, the destroyers of enemies, and by Utanka. On Utanka's request, the illustrious Vishnu injected the Lord with his energy for the welfare of the worlds. When the invincible one started out, a loud voice was heard from heaven. This handsome one will become Dundumhara. The gods showered down celestial flowers in all directions. The kettle drums of the gods began to sound on their own. While the wise one proceeded, a cool wind began to blow. The Lord of the gods showered down, removing dust from the earth. O Yudhishthira! Just above the spot where the great Asura Dundu was, the Vimanas of the gods appeared in the sky. The gods, together with the Gandharvas and the Maharishis, assembled, curious to witness the battle between Kuvalashva and Dundu. O Kauravya! Invigorated with Narayan's energy, the king swiftly advanced in all the directions, together with his sons. King Kuvalashva had that ocean of sand dug up. When Kuvalashva's sons dug up that ocean of sand, after 7 days, they saw the immensely strong Dundu. O bull among the Bharata lineage, his terrible body was buried in the sand. It blazed like the energy of the sun. O great king, O tiger among kings, Dundu was asleep, covering the western direction with the effulgence that was like the fire of destruction. Surrounded by his sons, Kuvalashva assaulted him with sharp arrows, clubs, maces, battle axes, bludgeons, and swords that were sharp and bright. Having been thus attacked, the immensely strong one was angered and arose. He wrathfully swallowed up the different types of weapons. He vomited flames from his mouth like the fire of destruction. He burnt down all the sons of the king with his energy. O tiger among kings, in an instant the angry one was about to consume the worlds with the flames issuing from his mouth, just as the Lord Kapila had done earlier, when he had angrily burnt down the sons of Sagara. It was extremely wonderful. O supreme among the Bharata lineage, when they had been burnt down in this way, the immensely energetic king Kuvalashva approached the great souled one, who was like Kumbhakarna awakened. Do you read the footnote here? Kumbhakarna was Ravana's brother, who slept for 6 months. While this is the story from the Ramayana, it will be briefly retold in section 42. End footnote. O great king, O king, a great flow of water issued from the body of the king, and this water doused the flames. Just as a practitioner of yoga uses yoga, the water pacified the flames. O best of the Bharata lineage, then the king burnt down the cruel and powerful Daitya with his Brahmastra and ensured the welfare of all the worlds. Rajarishi Kuvalashva consumed the great Asura with this weapon. That destroyer of enemies killed the enemy of the gods and became like the lord of the 3 worlds. From that day, he became known as Tuntumara. Then the 30 gods, together with all the Maharishis, were delighted. They wished to grant him a boon. O king, extremely delighted, he joined his hands in salutation, prostrated himself, and spoke these words. Grant me the boon that I may donate my riches to the best of the Brahmanas, and that I may be invincible against my enemies. May I enjoy friendship with Vishnu, and may I not exhibit enmity towards any being. May my mind always be devoted to Dharma, and may I have an eternal abode in heaven. The delighted gods, together with the rishis, the Gandharvas, and the intelligent Utanka, told the king that it would be that way. After pronouncing various other auspicious benedictions on the king, the gods and the Maharishis returned to their abodes. O Yudhishthira, O descendant of the Bharata lineage, the king had 3 sons left, and their names were Dridhashva, Kapilashva, and Chandrashva. O king, the great-souled lineage of the Ikshvakus followed from them. O virtuous one, thus did Kuvalashva kill the immensely valorous Daitya Duntu, the son of Madhu and Kaitava. From that day, King Kuvalashva has been known as Duntumara. Named thus, he became associated with many qualities. I have told you everything that you asked, famous as the account of Duntumara and his exploits. This sacred account is associated with Vishnu's praise. The man who listens to this has dharma in his soul and begets sons. By listening to it on full moon days or days of the new moon, one obtains a long life, becomes persevering, has no fear of disease, and is devoid of afflictions.
Great, lovely. Carry on.
Okay, I'll go on.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Please.
I'll go on.
Do you want to carry on? Are you
Yeah,
feeling?
I love it. Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
yeah.
anyone else wants to stop me at
Oh,
the
you could do one
next
more bit
chapter.
and then I'll carry on after that, okay?
All right, cool. It's not long, this next section. 493, episode 196. Vaishampayana said, O best of the Bharata lineage. Then King Yudhishthira asked the immensely radiant Markandeya an extremely difficult question about Dharma. O illustrious one, O Brahmana, I wish to hear about the supreme greatness of women. Tell me the details about the subtleties of Dharma, O Brahmana Rishi, O foremost one. The sun, the moon, the wind, the earth, and the fire seem to be gods to me. O illustrious one, O great one, O descendant of the Brighu lineage. So are the father, the mother, the cow, and whatever else has been ordained. All of these have to be revered as preceptors, and I look upon devoted wives in the same way. It seems to me that devotion to husbands and serving them must be very difficult. O Lord, if you so wish, please tell me about the greatness of devotion to husbands. O unblemished one, restraining the senses and controlling the mind, it must be very difficult to continuously think of husbands as gods. O illustrious one, O Lord, this seems to me to be extremely difficult. O Brahmana, the serving of the father, the mother, and the husband by women and the dharma of womanhood seem to be extremely terrible and difficult to me. O Brahmana, faithful women are always devoted in their conduct, but this must be difficult, as are acts towards the father and the mother. There are women who are devoted to one single person and speak the truth. They bear an embryo in the womb for a full 10 months. What can be more wonderful than that? They bear great difficulties and immense pain. O Lord, they give birth to sons after great pain. O supreme among Brahmanas, then they rear them with great affection. I also think that those who perform cruel deeds and are abhorred for that, but always continue to perform them, must find it very difficult. I also think that those who perform cruel deeds and are abhorred for that, but always continue to perform them, must find it. O Brahmana, tell me in detail about the Dharma of Kshatriyas. O Brahmana, Dharma must be difficult for a cruel and evil-minded one. O illustrious one, you are supreme among those who know the answers to questions. O best among those of the Brikhu lineage. O one who maintains good vows, I wish to hear the answer to my question. Markandeya replied, O best of the Bharata lineage, yes, I will tell you everything about this extremely difficult question of yours. Pay attention to my words, O son. Some hold the mother to be superior, others the father. However, the mother performs the most difficult task. She propagates the species. Through austerities, worshipping the gods, endurance, and resorting to magical spells, fathers desire sons. O brave one, after undergoing such great difficulties, one obtains a son, difficult to obtain, and one wonders about what this son will end up doing. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, a father and a mother wish for fame, deeds, wealth, prosperity, offspring, and dharma for the son. A son who will make their desires successful and be devoted to dharma, one who will bring satisfaction to the father and the mother, and will attain eternal fame and dharma in this world and the next. O Indra among kings, but a woman does not need sacrifices, funeral ceremonies, or fasting. When she serves her husband, she obtains heaven. O king, O Yudhishthira, on this, listen attentively to the dharma of those who are devoted to their husbands. Mathura.
I think you should just carry on. Do that next bit, and I'll carry on after that one. Okay.
Okay, if no, anyone
Just
can feel
keep.
free to jump in right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I looked ahead.
I was
You
just
deserve one more
just
little section.
was
Yeah,
just one thing there.
yeah.
We seem to lose the sense a bit. I think it was saying that the mothers, just even if the sons are wicked, still, love them and all that.
Oh, is that what that bit was where I sort of tripped? I didn't get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Even if they're wicked and do horrible deeds, the parent
Yes.
or the mother particularly still has
Mm,
the same affection.
I
mm.
know, I know. My mother specifically had a bit of a blind spot. I knew that.
That's exactly it.
There was, yeah, yeah. She specifically didn't want to believe things. So a kind of yoga maya comes over them, where they go, "Oh, it's my son. It can't possibly
Mm,
be a bad boy."
mm.
Anyway, I won't bore you with my anecdotes. Let us get back to the archetypes. So read that next little bit, and then I'll carry on after that next section.
Okay, yes.
You don't mind? You're up for it?
No, not at all. Yeah, no, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Let's just grab some water. So, 494, episode 197. Markandeya said, O descendant of the Bharata lineage, there was a foremost among Brahmanas by the name of Kaushika. He studied the Vedas and was rich in austerities. He was an ascetic and followed Dharma in his conduct. That supreme among Brahmanas studied the Vedas together with the Angas and the Upanishads. One day, he was under a tree and was reciting the Vedas. A female crane was perched on the tree. At that time, it dropped some excrement on the Brahmana. The Brahmana was angered. Overcome by anger, he directed a terrible stare at the crane, and injured by the Brahmana, it fell down on the ground. On seeing that the crane had fallen down, bereft of its senses, the Brahmana was overcome by compassion and regret. Overcome by the force of passion and hatred, I have done that which I should not have. Having uttered these words several times, the learned one went to the village to beg for alms. O bull among the Bharata lineage, he wandered around the pure households that were in the village. He finally entered a household that he had visited before. He asked, Please give. And the lady replied, Wait, O king. While the housewife was cleaning the vessel for giving alms, her husband suddenly returned home, extremely hungry. O supreme among the Bharata lineage, on seeing her husband, the devoted lady neglected the Brahmana. She gave her husband water for washing the feet and the mouth and a seat. Then the dark-eyed one waited on her husband. She gave him tasty food to eat and spoke sweetly to him. O Yudhishthira, she always ate the food that had been left over by her husband, always following her husband's thoughts. She thought her husband to be a god. In deeds, thoughts, or any other way, she did not act in contrary fashion. Her sentiments were always devoted toward serving her husband. She was faithful, pure, and skilled. She strove for the welfare of the household. She always followed that which would ensure her husband's welfare. She attended to gods, guests, servants, the father-in-law, and the mother-in-law. She was always devoted to serving and was always in control of her senses. While the one with the beautiful eyes was thus tending to her husband, she noticed that the Brahmana was standing there, wishing for alms. O supreme among the Bharata lineage, the faithful one was ashamed. The famous one, the famous one emerged to give alms to the Brahmana. The Brahmana said, O one with the beautiful limbs, what is the meaning of this? You asked me to wait. You requested me to wait, and did not dispose of me first. O Indra among men, on seeing that the Brahmana was burning in anger and flaming in his energy, the faithful one pacified him and spoke these words. O Brahmana, please pardon me. My husband is my greatest god. He had returned hungry and exhausted, and I had served him first. The Brahmana said, Brahmanas are not superior, and you make your husband to be superior. Though following the dharma of householders, you are insulting a Brahmana. Even Indra bows down to such a one, not to speak of men on earth. O impudent one, do you not know and have you not heard from the elders? Like a fire, a Brahmana can burn down the entire earth. The lady replied, I am not insulting Brahmanas. They are powerful and are the equal of the gods. O Brahmana, O unblemished one, please pardon my transgression. I know the energy of immensely fortunate and wise Brahmanas. Through their anger, they made the waters of the ocean salty and undrinkable. Brihaspati. I know of sages who are blazing ascetics and in control of their souls. The fire of their anger has still not been pacified in Dandaka. Let's read the footnote there. Dandaka was born in the Ikshvaku village. He coveted Bhargava's daughter and was cursed by Bhargava that his kingdom would become a wasteland. This is Dandaka Aranya, or Dandaka forest. And the footnote. Because he oppressed Brahmanas, the evil-minded, cruel, and great Asura, Vatapi, was digested by the Rishi Agastya. I have heard a lot about the influence of those who know the Brahman. O Brahmana, their anger is extremely great, but so are the favors of those great-souled ones. O Brahmana, O unblemished one, you should pardon this transgression of mine. O Brahmana, the dharma that I must serve my husband is a pleasant one for me. Among all the gods, my husband is the supreme god. O supreme among Brahmanas, I must particularly serve that dharma. O Brahmana, observe the fruits of my serving my husband. It is known to me that you burnt down a crane through your anger. O supreme among Brahmanas, but anger is the enemy that resides in the bodies of men. The gods know him to be a Brahmana who has discarded the delusion of anger, and he who speaks the truth and satisfies his preceptor. The gods know him to be a Brahmana who does not harm even when he has been harmed. The gods know him to be a Brahmana who is in control of his senses, is devoted to dharma, is always engaging in studying, is pure, and is in control of desire and anger. He who looks upon the world as his own self is intelligent and is learned in dharma. The gods know him to be a Brahmana who is devoted to all forms of dharma, who studies and teaches, who sacrifices, and is a priest at the sacrifices of others. The gods know him to be a Brahmana who donates according to his capacity. The supreme among Brahmanas who studies the Vedas is known as a brahmachari. He who studies without being distracted is known by the gods to be a Brahmana. What ensures the welfare of Brahmanas has been recounted, always speaking the truth and mentally not rejoicing in falsehood. O supreme among Brahmanas, the eternal wealth of Brahmanas is in studying, control of passions, and restraint of the senses. Those who know Dharma say that truth and uprightness are the supreme Dharma. While eternal Dharma is difficult to fathom, it is based on truth. The injunctions of the elders are that the proof of Dharma is in the Shrutis. O supreme among Brahmanas, it is evident that Dharma can be seen in many ways, and that it is subtle. You are learned in Dharma. You are devoted to studying and are pure. O illustrious one, in my view, you do not know the true meaning of Dharma. There is a hunter who lives in Mithila. He serves his father and his mother. He is truthful and is in control of his senses. He will tell you about Dharma. O fortunate one, O supreme among Brahmanas, if you desire, go there. O unblemished one, please pardon everything that I may have spoken in excess. All the ones who are learned in Dharma say that women must not be injured. The Brahmana replied, O fortunate one, O beautiful one, I am pleased with you. My anger is gone. The reprimands uttered by you have been extremely beneficial for me. Beautiful one, may you live in peace. I am leaving to improve myself. Markandeya said, one more bit. O supreme among men, having obtained her permission, the Brahmana Kaushika censured himself and left for his own dwelling.
Wow. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to carry on.
Now he's going
Brilliant.
to go to the hunter to learn Dharma.
Wow.
Yes.
These are great stories. Each of these little stories, just like I was imagining a production of even animations of stuff like short stories from the Mahabharata, like the
Yes.
Rishi with the crane, and not long ones, just like little moral episodes, because each of them are like, well, they're like Panchatantra or something, but they're kind of on a bigger scale. Okay, well, I'm going to carry on now. Markandeya Samasya Parava 495, episode 198. Carrying on. Markandeya said, the Brahmana thought about the extraordinary matter the woman had specifically told him. He censured himself, and his appearance became that of a guilty one. Then, thinking about the subtle course of Dharma, he said, I must have devotion. I must go to Mithila. She said that a hunter who knew Dharma, one who had perfected his soul, dwelt there. I should go there today and ask the one who is rich in austerities about Dharma. Thus thinking in his mind, he showed faith in the lady's words, made certain by the pure one's words about Dharma and her knowledge about the death of the crane. Filled with curiosity, he left for Mithila. He passed through many forests, villages, and cities, and arrived in Mithila, protected well by Janaka, the king of Mithila. It was a holy city, rich in sacrifices and festivals. It was full of religious institutions. Well, I'm not sure. Anyway, the word setu means institution. Dharma setu. Okay, sorry. I'm not going to read all these footnotes. It was adorned with turrets, palaces, houses, and walls. It also had many chariots. He entered the beautiful city. There were many large roads laid out well, lined with many wares. It was crowded with great numbers of horses, chariots, elephants, and carts. The masses of people were happy and well fed, and it was always full of festivities. As he passed, the Brahmana saw many other things there. He asked about the virtuous hunter and was told about him by Brahmanas. He went there and saw the ascetics seated in the midst of a slaughterhouse. He was selling the meat of deer and buffaloes. It was crowded with a large number of buyers, and the Brahmana waited. On getting to know that a Brahmana had arrived, he suddenly arose and went to where the Brahmana was standing alone. The hunter said, O illustrious one, O supreme among Brahmanas, I salute you. Welcome, O fortunate one. I am only a hunter. Tell me, what can I do for you? I know everything about the devoted wife telling you to go to Mithila, and I know why you've come here. Have come here. On hearing his words, the Brahmana was extremely surprised. The Brahmana thought that this was the second wonder. The hunter told the Brahmana, O illustrious one, O unblemished one, this is not an appropriate place for you. If it pleases you, let us go home. The Brahmana was extremely happy at these words. Making the Brahmana precede him, he went to his house. On entering the house, he gave him a beautiful seat. The supreme among Brahmanas accepted the water offered for washing the feet and the mouth. Once he was comfortably seated, he spoke these words to the hunter. It seems to me that a task like this is not appropriate for you. Oh, son, I am extremely sorry that you have to perform this terrible task. The hunter said, this is the occupation of my family, and it has come down to me from my father and my grandfather, O Brahmana. Do not be angry that I am engaged in this dharma. The Creator has earlier decided that this should be my task, and I am performing it. O Supreme among Brahmanas, I take care of my superiors, and I serve my elders. I speak the truth. I do not envy. I donate according to my capacity. I live on what is left after offering to the gods, the guests, and the servants. I do not speak ill of anything, nor am I contemptuous of someone more powerful. O supreme among Brahmanas, the deeds performed earlier always follow the actor. In this world, the means of livelihood are agriculture, animal husbandry, and trade. Governance and the three forms of knowledge are also in this world. It has been said that servitude is for Sudras, agriculture for Vaishyas, and fighting for Kshatriyas. Brahmanas must always be engaged in brahmacharya, austerities, incantations, and truth. A king must govern in accordance with Dharma subjects who are engaged in their own tasks. He must redeploy those who are engaged in the wrong tasks into their own tasks. The king is the lord, and he must always be feared by the subjects. Like deer restrained with arrows, he must kill those who are engaged in the wrong tasks. O Brahmana Rishi, O supreme among Brahmanas, under Janaka there is no one who performs the wrong task. All the four Varnas are engaged in their own task. King Janaka is such that even if his son were to be evil, he would chastise him with punishment. But he does not cause suffering to those who are righteous. Using spies well, the king sees that there is dharma everywhere. O supreme among Brahmanas, prosperity, the kingdom, and punishment belong to the Kshatriyas. Through observing their own dharma, kings can wish for great prosperity. O Brahmana, I sell boars and buffaloes that have been killed by others. That was Sadhu Saver on the phone. I'll have to get back to him. Okay, I'm going to turn it on airplane mode. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so I read that again. O Brahmana, I sell boars and buffaloes that have been killed by others. O Brahmana Rishi, I do not kill them myself, but sell them afterwards. I do not eat meat. I lie with my wife in her season. O Brahmana, I fast during the day and eat at night. A person who is born with ill conduct may become one with good conduct. Even if he is born as a killer of animals, he may turn out to be a follower of Dharma. The deviations of kings can cause great decay in Dharma. Then a Dharma increases and subjects decay. Those who are stunted, dwarfs, hunchback ones, those with large heads, eunuchs, blind and deaf ones, and those with elongated nipples are born men. Because of the adharma practiced by the kings, subjects always endure hardships. But King Janaka is one who looks at his subjects with the eyes of dharma. He favours the subjects who are always devoted to their own dharma. As for me, whether men praise me or whether they censure me, I always satisfy them with tasks that are well performed. Kings who live their lives and find satisfaction in their own dharma and do not depend on others for a livelihood are skilled and always ascend. Always donating food according to one's ability, forbearance, eternal devotion to dharma, reverence towards those who deserve it, constant compassion towards all beings, and detachment are qualities that distinguish a man on earth. One should give up falsehood and perform good deeds, even if they are not solicited. One should not discard dharma out of desire, rashness, or hatred. One should not rejoice excessively in good fortune, or be miserable in calamities. One should not be overpowered with difficulties and give up Dharma. If one commits a reprehensible act, one should not commit it again. One should engage one's soul in what ensures welfare. Evil should not be countered with evil. One should always act out of virtue. The evil one who wishes to commit an evil act kills himself. Deceitful and wicked acts are not righteous. Those who think there is Dharma in this, those who laugh at purity, and those who are disrespectful towards Dharma, there is no doubt that they will be destroyed. An evil one is swollen like a bag full of air, but like the sun shows up forms, his soul shows him up. The fool may praise himself, but cannot flourish in this world. But even if he is not clean, the learned one's radiance shines. He does not speak ill of others, nor does he praise himself. Those who have qualities don't obviously shine in this world. One who is tormented by his evil acts is freed from those sins. If he avers that he will not commit it again, he is freed from all the second sin. O foremost among supreme brahmanas, one can also be freed from the sin through deeds. O Brahmana, this is what can be seen in the Shrutis about Dharma. One who has ignorantly committed a sin earlier can later destroy it by devotion to Dharma. O Brahmana, even if sins have been committed out of ignorance, Dharma can absolve men. After committing a sin, one should think that one wasn't the man who committed. After committing a sin, one should think that one wasn't the man who committed it. He should be faithful and do what is proper. He should be devoted and without hatred. This is how righteous ones cover the holes in their garments. Interesting phrase. After committing a sin, a man can still achieve that which is good. He can be freed from all sins, like the moon from the clouds, like the sun rises and dispels the earlier darkness. Establishment in that which is good ensures freedom from all sin. O supreme among Brahmanas, know that avarice is the root of all sin. Men who are not so wise are goaded by greed and resort to sin, just as wells are covered by grass. Evil ones cloak themselves under Dharma. Those who have self-control, those whose speech is pure, those who resort to Dharma, and those who exhibit good conduct, it is known that all of these are difficult to find. Wow. Markandeya said, then the immensely wise Brahmana asked the virtuous hunter, O best of men, how will I know righteous conduct? O immensely intelligent hunter, tell me this exactly. The hunter replied, O best among Brahmanas, sacrifices, donations, austerities, study of the Vedas and truthfulness, these are the 5 sacred things that always characterize good conduct. I'll repeat that again. Sacrifices, donations, austerities, study of the Vedas, and truthfulness. These are the 5 things that always characterize good conduct. Having controlled desire and anger, having discarded arrogance, greed, and deceit, those who are satisfied with Dharma are righteous and are praised by the righteous. Those who perform sacrifices and are engaged in studying will never lack a means of livelihood. They observe good conduct, and this is the second characteristic of those who are righteous. O Brahmana, serving seniors, truthfulness, lack of anger, and generosity, these 4 are always present in those who are righteous. One can always attain success by fixing one's mind on good conduct. This can be attained by practicing these, not through any other means. The Vedas are established in truth. Truth is established in self-control. Self-control is established in detachment. These always constitute righteous conduct. Men with deluded intelligence hate Dharma. They follow a path that should not be traversed and descend into misery. Those who are good, well-controlled, devoted to the Shrutis and detachment, climb the path of Dharma and are always devoted to truth and Dharma. They control the supreme intelligence. These are people who follow virtuous conduct. They are obedient to their preceptors. They are knowledgeable and are established in the objective of Dharma. Avoid atheists. They transgress limits. They are cruel and are established in evil intelligence. Seek knowledge and worship those who follow Dharma. Using the boat of steadfastness, one can cross the river that has the five senses as its waters, and it's infested with the crocodiles of desire and avarice, and overcome birth. Dharma is gradually accumulated through practicing the great intelligence of yoga. It adorns righteous conduct like a good color on a white garment. Non-violence and truthfulness in speech ensure the greatest welfare for all beings. Non-violence is supreme dharma, and it is established in truth. Deeds flourish when inclinations are established in truth. Truth is supreme and is cherished by those who have righteous conduct. Dharma is the conduct of the righteous, and the righteous are characterized by their conduct. Every being is bound by its own nature, whatever it may be. The evil-minded one has no control over himself and has the sins of anger, desire, and so on. It has been said that Dharma is that which has been begun with justice. The virtuous have instructed that evil conduct constitutes sin. Those who are not prone to anger, those who do not hate, those who are not vain, those who are not selfish, and those who are simple and serene are characterized by good conduct. Those who have grown old with the three Vedas are pure and intelligent and have conduct. Those who serve their preceptors and have self-control possess good conduct. It is a difficult task to achieve the deeds of those great ones. Through their own good deeds, they destroy any evil that they may have done. That good conduct is extraordinary, ancient, eternal, and fixed. This is Dharma. Learned ones who see Dharma in this way go to heaven. They are deists. They are humble. They are people who honor brahmanas. They conduct themselves in accordance with the rituals of the Shrutis and go to heaven. The Dharma stated in the Vedas is supreme. The Dharma Shastras are the second. Virtuous conduct of righteous ones is another. These are the three notions of Dharma. The characteristics of good conduct are accomplishing knowledge, bathing in tears, forbearance, truthfulness, simplicity, and purity. Those who are compassionate towards all beings and always practice non-violence and never utter harsh words are loved by the Brahmanas. Those who are familiar with the fruits of good and evil deeds are good and are honored by those who are good. They are just, have all the qualities, and desire the welfare of all the worlds. These virtuous ones attain sacred heaven. They are firmly established in the path of the righteous. Those who give, those who share, and those who are compassionate towards the distressed are righteous and are honored by the righteous. They are worshipped by everyone. They have the knowledge of the Shrutis. They are ascetics. Those who show virtue in giving obtain happiness in this world and prosperity in the next. Even if their wives and servants suffer, righteous ones give in excess when virtuous ones arrive. While their eyes are on their livelihood, they have Dharma in their souls. Such virtuous ones prosper for an eternal period. Non-violence, truthfulness in speech, mildness, sincerity, the absence of enmity, humility, modesty, forbearance, self-control, serenity, wisdom, fortitude, compassion towards all beings, and the absence of desire and hatred characterize the righteous, and they are honored by the world. It is said that three things single out the supreme vow of the righteous: non-injury, generosity, and truthfulness in every speech. The virtuous are those who are compassionate towards everything. They feel pity. They attain the greatest satisfaction and traverse the supreme path of Dharma. Those great-souled ones have good conduct and have firmly established themselves in Dharma. They have no envy, they pardon, they are serene, they are satisfied, they speak pleasantly, they have discarded desire and anger. They follow the conduct of the righteous. Their deeds are in accordance with the Shrutis. They follow the supreme path of the virtuous. They follow good conduct and are always devoted to Dharma, never wavering. They ascend to the palace of wisdom and see the great masses who are deluded. O supreme among Brahmanas, they observe the world in all its different pursuits, the extremely good deeds as well as the evil ones. O foremost among the best of the Brahmanas, this is the entire account as I have learned it, and as I have heard it about the foremost qualities and conduct of the righteous. O Brahmana, O bull among Brahmanas. I think I'll hand it over to the next reader now. Who wants to take over?
Mark,
Hello?
probably. Maybe
Mark,
Mark.
would you like to read?
Sorry, it
Have I
takes me a while to get the thing on again. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, you're up for it. Okay, great.
Okay, yeah, if you like.
Yeah,
I'll
brilliant.
do it. Hold on a sec. Oh, okay. Am I in the right place? Okay.
Yeah.
Mother.
Are you in
Okay.
the right place in the book or in the camera?
Yes, no, yeah, I meant the camera. Yeah, I think I've got in the right place in the book.
That's pretty good in the camera. Yeah, it's good. Well done.
Okay, okay.
You're yeah. Maybe a bit back. Maybe a bit back. You're maybe right, a bit too right. Yeah. You have to have the fantastic.
Okay. Jai, Saraswati ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Markandeya continued. The pious fowler, O Yudhisthira, then said to that Brahmana, undoubtedly my deeds are very cruel, but, O Brahmana, destiny is all-powerful, and it is difficult to evade the consequence of our past actions. And this is the karmic evil arising out of sin committed in a former life. But, O Brahmana, I am always assiduous in eradicating the evil. The deity takes away life. The executioner acts only as a secondary agent, and we, O good Brahmana, are only such agents in regards to our karma. Those animals that are slain by me and whose meat I sell also acquire karma, because with their meat gods and guests and servants are regaled with dainty food, and the manes are propitiated. It is said authoritatively that herbs and vegetables, deer, birds, and wild animals constitute the food of all creatures. And, O Brahmana, King Shivi, the son of Usinara of great forbearance, attained to heaven, which is hard to reach, giving away his own flesh. And in days of yore, O Brahmana, 2,000 animals used to be killed every day in the kitchen of King Ratnideva. And in the same manner, 2,000 cows were killed every day. And, O best of regenerate beings, King Ratnideva acquired unrivaled reputation by distributing food with meat every day. For the performance of the 4 monthly rites, animals ought to be sacrificed daily. The sacred fire is fond of animal food. This saying has come down to us, and at sacrifices, animals are invariably killed by regenerate brahmanas, and these animals, being purged of sin by incantation of hymns, go to heaven. If, O Brahmana, the sacred fire had not been so fond of animal food in ancient times, it could never have become the food of anyone. And in this matter of animal food, this rule has been laid down by Munis. Whoever partakes of animal food, after having first offered it duly and respectfully to the gods and the manes, is not polluted by the act, and such a man is not at all considered to have partaken of animal food, even as a brahmacharin, having intercourse with his wife during the menstrual period, is nevertheless considered to be a good brahmana. After consideration of the propriety and impropriety of the matter, this rule has been laid down. King Saudasa, O Brahmana, when under a curse, often used to prey upon men. What is thy opinion in this matter? And, O good Brahmana, knowing this to be the consequence of my own actions, I obtain my livelihood from this profession. For forsaking of one's own occupation is considered, O Brahmana, to be a sin, and the act of sticking to one's own profession is without doubt a meritorious act. The karma of a former existence never forsakes any creature, and in determining the various consequences of one's karma, this rule was not lost sight of by the Creator. A person having his being under the influence of evil karma must always consider how he can atone for his karma and extricate himself from an evil doom, and the evil karma may be expiated in various ways. Accordingly, O good Brahmana, I am charitable, truthful, assiduous in attending on my superior, full of respect towards regenerate Brahmanas, devoted to and free from pride and idle excessive talk. Agriculture is considered to be a praiseworthy occupation, but it is well known that even here great harm is done to animal life, and in the operation of digging the earth with the plough, numberless creatures lurking in the ground also various other forms of animal life are destroyed. Dost thou not think so? O good Brahmana, vrihi and other seeds of rice are all living organisms. What is thy opinion on this matter? Men, O Brahmana, hunt wild animals and kill them and partake of their meat. They also cut up trees and herbs. But, O Brahmana, there are numberless living organisms in trees, in fruits, as also in water. Dost thou not think so? This whole creation, O Brahmana, is full of animal life, sustaining itself with food derived from living organisms. Dost thou not mark that fish preys upon fish, and that various species of animals prey upon other species, and there are species, the members of which prey upon each other? Men, O Brahmana, while walking about hither and thither, kill numberless creatures lurking in the ground by trampling on them, and even men of wisdom and enlightenment destroy animal life in various ways, even while sleeping or reposing themselves. What hast thou to say to this? The earth and the air all swarm with living organisms, which are unconsciously destroyed by men from mere ignorance. Is not this so? The commandment that people should not do harm to any creature was ordained of old by men who were ignorant of the true facts of the case. For, O Brahmana, there is not a man on the face of this earth who is free from the sin of doing injury to creatures. After full consideration, the conclusion is irresistible that there is not a single man who is free from the sin of doing injury to animal life. Even the sage, O good Brahmana, whose vow is to do harm to no creature, doth inflict injury to animal life. Only on account of greater heedfulness the harm is less. Men of noble birth and great qualities perpetrate wicked acts in defiance of all, which they are not at all ashamed. Good men acting in an exemplary way are not commended by other good men, nor are bad men acting in a contrary way praised by their wicked compeers. And friends are not agreeable to friends, albeit endowed with high qualities, and foolish pedantic men cry down the virtues of their preceptors. This reversal of the natural order of things, O good Brahmana, is seen everywhere in this world. What is thy opinion as to the virtuousness or otherwise of this state of things? There is much that can be said of the goodness or badness of our actions, but whoever is addicted to his own proper occupation surely acquires great reputation. Markandeya continued, O Yudhisthira, the virtuous fowler, eminent in pity, then skillfully addressed himself again to that foremost of Brahmanas, saying, It is the dictum of the aged that the ways of righteousness are subtle, diverse, and infinite. When life is at stake, and in the matter of marriage, it is proper to tell an untruth. Untruth sometimes leads to the triumph of truth, and the latter dwindles to untruth. Whichever conduces most to the good of all creatures is considered to be truth. Virtue is thus perverted. Mark thou its subtle ways, O best of virtuous men. Man's actions are either good or bad, and he undoubtedly reaps their fruits. The ignorant man, having attained to an abject state, grossly abuses the gods, not knowing that it is the consequence of his own evil karma. The foolish, the designing, and the fickle, O good Brahmana, always attain the very reverse of happiness or misery. Neither learning, nor good morals, nor personal exertion can save them. And if the fruits of our exertion were not dependent on anything else, people would attain the object of their desire by simply striving to attain it. It is seen that able, intelligent, and diligent persons are baffled in their efforts and do not attain the fruits of their actions. On the other hand, persons who are always active in injuring others and in practicing deception in the world lead a happy life. There are some who attain prosperity without any exertion. There are others who, with the utmost exertion, are unable to achieve their dues. Miserly persons, with the object of having sons born to them, worship the gods and practice severe austerities, and those sons, having remained in the womb for 10 months at length, turn out to be very infamous issue of their race, and others begotten under the same auspices decently pass their lives in luxury with heaps of riches and grain accumulated by their ancestors. The diseases from which man suffer are undoubtedly the result of their own karma. They then behave like small deer at the hands of hunters. They are racked with mental troubles. And, O Brahmana, as hunters intercept the flight of their game, the progress of those diseases is checked by able and skillful physicians with their collections of drugs. And best of the cherishers of religion, thou hast observed that those who have it in their power to enjoy the good things of this earth are prevented from doing so from the fact of their suffering from chronic bowel complaints, and that many others that are strong and powerful suffer from misery and are enabled with great difficulty to obtain a livelihood, and that every man is thus helpless, overcome by misery and illusion, and again tossed and overpowered by the powerful current of his own actions. Excuse me. If there were absolute freedom of action, no creature would die, none would be subject to decay or wait his evil doom, and everybody would attain the object of his desire. All persons desire to outdistance their neighbours in the race of life, and they strive to do so to the utmost of their power, but the result turns out otherwise. Many other persons born under the influence of the same star and the same auspices of good luck, but great diversity is observable in the maturity of their actions. No person, O good Brahmana, can be the dispenser of his own lot. The actions done in a previous existence are seen to fructify in our present life. It is the immemorial tradition that the soul is eternal and everlasting, but the corporeal frame of all creatures is subject to destruction here below. When, therefore, life is extinguished, the body only is destroyed, but the spirit, wedded to its actions, travels elsewhere. The Brahmana replied, O best of those versed in the doctrine of karma and in the delivery of discourses, I long to know accurately how the soul becomes eternal. The fowler replied, the spirit dies not, there being simply a change of tenement. They are mistaken who foolishly say that all creatures die. The soul betakes itself to another frame, and its change of habitation is called death. In the world of men, no man reaps the consequences of another man's karma. Whatever one does, he is sure to reap the consequences thereof, for the consequences of the karma that is once done can never be obviated. The virtuous become endowed with great virtues, and sinful men become the perpetrators of wicked deeds. Men's actions follow them, and, influenced by these, they are born again. The Brahmana inquired, why does the spirit take its birth? And why does its nativity become sinful or virtuous? And how, O good man, does it come to belong to a sinful or virtuous race? The fowler replied, this mystery seems to belong to the subject of procreation, but I shall briefly describe to you, O good Brahmana, how the spirit is born again with its accumulated load of karma, the righteous in a virtuous and the wicked in a sinful nativity. By the performance of virtuous actions, it attains to the state of the gods, and by a combination of good and evil, it acquires the human state, and by indulgence in sensuality and similar demoralizing practices, it is born in the lower species of animals, and by sinful acts, it goes to the infernal regions. Afflicted with the miseries of birth and dotage, man is fated to rot here below from the evil consequences of his own actions. Passing through thousands of births, as also the infernal regions, our spirits wander about, secured by the fetters of their own karma. Animate beings become miserable in the next world on account of these actions done by themselves, and from the reaction of those miseries, they assume lower births, and then they accumulate a new series of actions, and they consequently suffer misery over again, like sickly men partaking of unwholesome food. And though they are thus afflicted, they consider themselves to be happy and at ease, and consequently their fetters are not loosened, and new karma arises, and suffering from diverse miseries, they turn about in this world like a wheel. If, casting off their fetters, they purify themselves by their actions and practice austerities and religious meditations, then, O Brahmanas, O best of Brahmanas, they attain the Elysian regions. By these numerous acts, and by casting off their fetters, and by the purification of karma, men attain those blissful regions where misery is unknown to those who go there. The sinful man who is addicted to vices never comes to the end of his course of iniquities. Therefore, we must strive to do what is virtuous and forbear from doing what is unrighteous. Whoever, with a heart full of gratefulness and free from malice, strives to do what is good, attains wealth, virtue, happiness, and heaven hereafter. Those who are purified of sins, wise, forbearing, constant in righteousness and self-restraint, enjoy continuous felicity in this as well as in the next world. Man must follow the standard of virtue of the good, and in his acts imitate the example of righteousness. There are virtuous men, versed in holy writ, and learned in all departments of knowledge. Man's proper duty consists in following his own proper avocation, and this being the case, these latter do not become confused and mixed up. The wise man delights in virtue and lives by righteousness, and, O good Brahmana, such a man, with the wealth of righteousness which he hereby acquires, waters the root of the plant in which he finds most virtue. The virtuous man acts thus, and his mind is calmed. He is pleased with his friends in this world, and he also attains happiness hereafter. Virtuous people, O good man, acquire dominion over all, and the pleasure of beauty, flavor, sound, and touch according to their desire. These are known to be the rewards of virtue. But the man of enlightened vision, O great Brahmana, is not satisfied with reaping the fruits of righteousness. Not content with that, he, with the light of spiritual wisdom that is in him, becomes indifferent to pain and pleasure, and the vice of the world influenceth him not. Of his own free will, he becometh indifferent to worldly pursuits, but he forsaketh not virtue. Observing that everything worldly is evanescent, he trieth to renounce everything, and counting on more chance, he deviseth means for the attainment of salvation. Thus does he renounce the pursuits of the world, shunneth the ways of sin, become virtuous, and at last attain salvation. Spiritual wisdom is the prime requisite for salvation. Resignation and forbearance are its roots. By this means, he attaineth all the objects of his desire. But subduing the senses, and by means of truthfulness and forbearance, he attaineth, O good Brahmana, the supreme asylum of Brahma. The Brahmana again inquired, O thou most eminent in virtue and constant in the performance of the religious obligations, you talk of senses, but what are they? How may they be subdued? And what is the good of subduing them? And how doth a creature reap the fruits thereof? O pious man, I beg to acquaint myself with the truth of this matter. And should I? It's the end of that chapter. Should I stop there? I don't know how we're doing for time. No. What time is it? Hello. What shall I do?